There's an interesting theory worth exploring. How many of Ryomen Sukuna's fingers would Kinji Hakari be equivalent to? As someone often mentioned alongside powerful cursed users, Satoru Gojo once stated that Kinji Hakari had the potential to stand on equal footing with him in the future. So if this immortal gambler were converted into Sukuna finger levels, where would his combat power actually fall? To figure that out, the first thing we need to consider is his state. Kinji Hakari's strength fluctuates significantly. Without hitting a jackpot, he's essentially just a very strong grade 1 sorcerer, roughly comparable to the level of 1 to 2 Sukuna fingers. However, once he lands the jackpot and enters his so-called immortal mode, his combat ability increases dramatically. During the 4 minutes and 11 seconds of invincibility, he gains what is arguably the fastest automatic reverse curse technique in the entire series. Even severe brain damage can be repaired instantly. This level of regeneration may even surpass both Ryomen Sukuna and Satoru Gojo in pure recovery speed. For comparison, Jogo is generally considered to be around the level of 8 to 9 Sukuna fingers, excelling in destructive power and speed. Meanwhile, when Kinji Hakari fought Kashimo Hajime, he demonstrated extreme durability, tanking lightning attacks that could have been instantly fatal. Given that Kashimo Hajime's base combat ability is very likely above Jogo's, this suggests that Jackpot State Hakari starts at least around the level of 10 Sukuna fingers or higher. That said, Kinji Hakari does have a clear weakness. His offensive toolkit is limited. Despite having effectively infinite cursed energy during Jackpot, most of his damage output relies on straightforward physical attacks. He lacks the lethal finishing techniques that Ryomen Sukuna possesses, such as his devastating slashing abilities, and he also lacks large-scale destructive attacks like Jogo's volcanic techniques. Because of this, while he is extremely difficult to kill, he may not be able to quickly defeat opponents at the same tier. His strength lies more in endurance and attrition rather than overwhelming lethality. Now, if we compare him to 15-finger Ryomen Sukuna, the gap becomes clearer. At that level, Sukuna's domain expansion can instantly shred an entire city block. Even though Kinji Hakari would likely withstand many attacks during Jackpot thanks to his infinite cursed energy and regeneration, sustained high-intensity attacks or techniques like Sukuna's flames could potentially push his healing to its limits. Whether his reverse curse technique has an upper ceiling remains uncertain. There's also the matter of domains. Kinji Hakari's domain is not an open barrier type, meaning that in a direct domain clash, he would likely lose to Malevolent Shrine. Overall, in Jackpot State, Kinji Hakari's total combat power probably falls around the equivalent of 11 to 12 Sukuna fingers. In terms of survivability alone, he might temporarily contend with 15-finger Sukuna or even higher. However, when it comes to effective damage output and killing power, he would realistically only dominate opponents around Jogo's level. After all, immortality can ensure you don't lose, but defeating Ryomen Sukuna requires far more than just healing.